As modern science, real science, continues to advance, evolution looks more and more like the magical fairy tale that it really is. Both the evolutionist and creationist communities are abuzz with the latest results from 30 simultaneously published high-profile research papers, proclaiming that the human genome is irreducibly complex and intelligently designed. A large-scale international research effort called ENCODE, that stands for Encyclopedia of DNA Elements, began in 2003 as an expansion of the Human Genome Project. The goal of ENCODE was to map and characterize the functionality of the entire human genome. In the lead research paper, published in the journal Nature, the authors wrote, quote, "These data enabled us to assign biochemical functions for 80% of the genome." In response to this discovery, Tom Gingeris, one of the senior scientists on the ENCODE project, said, quote, "Almost every nucleotide is associated with a function of some sort or another, and we now know where they are, what binds to them, what their associations are, and much, much more." And what about the remaining 20% of the genome? Is it functional also? According to Ewan Burney, ENCODE's lead analysis coordinator, it's probably not meaningless junk either, he said. Burney said in an interview, quote, "It's likely that 80% will go to 100%, and we don't really have any large chunks of redundant DNA. This metaphor of junk DNA isn't that useful anymore." Burney went on to say, "No matter how you cut it, we've got to get used to the fact that there's a lot more going on with the genome than we knew." Some people will probably try to claim that these statements made by the scientists of ENCODE are merely hype. However, there is little to criticize since the 80% figure comes directly from a clearly written statement in an 18-page research paper in the prestigious secular journal Nature. Furthermore, this statement came from the lead paper of 30 other concurrently published ENCODE papers that were authored by hundreds of leading genomic scientists in multiple international laboratories worldwide. While these startling comments about the newly discovered wonders of the human genome did not come from the mouths of creationists, they clearly demonstrate that we really are fearfully and wonderfully made by our Creator God, who made us in His image. Yet another scientific, devastating blow to the magical fairy tale of evolution. Do you ever wish that you could more powerfully, succinctly, and accurately speak to the message of your Christian faith and the Word of God? This is the book you need, The Magic Man in the Sky, Effectively Defending the Christian Faith. This book has been featured on TBN, Atlanta Live, dozens of radio programs, and hundreds of markets. It was rave reviewed by the Washington Times, and it was called a must-read book. Considering the times in which we now live, you need this book. Get it today on Amazon.com or the WND Superstore.